Hi guys, I thought I'd get on here. I'm soaking wet. I just went up to the Target again and thank God it went smooth to get some water. So we're going to continue our discussion about fascism. I can't believe that we're here having to talk about this, but I'm not the only one. And certainly with our two new police chiefs, congratulations to both of these young men, half my age, that repeatedly threw me around the city of Amsterdam calling me a whore and a prostitute. I was besides myself because I've known both of their families since I was 5 years old. Certainly paid a lot of respects. One of them managed a radio station. The other one managed a hair salon, okay? Certainly many of these men were inappropriate, and I'm not going to discuss this video about how inappropriate, but they have been. And the last one lured me to another party and sexually assaulted me. I think I mentioned that a couple times. We won't get into that. And various police officers throughout this have been involved. And I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, now why would these guys care? And I went to school with a lot of them, judges, lawyers, people that own big restaurants in the community, and, very successful men, politically connected, powerful, certainly in high school. Ours was the top 10 football team. It was phenomenal for years, all through my high school. So these guys were pretty big. They were going to go on to be very famous. And they already came from wealthy families, two parents. I was the only one that was consistently bullied every single grade and made fun of because my mother was on welfare. I wasn't, but sorority girl wanting to be a movie star with my rock star dad thought it was funny to just kind of fling me to the wolves, and I had to deal with these men throughout my growing up, and certainly when I tried to go to college. So here we are. If you get a chance, check out the MAGA video I posted. This psychologist talks about this movement, because I sat in shock after sexually assaulted and read on a police report after I was violently arrested and pepper sprayed. And then I have people out here saying I'm a victim. Yeah, well, we can get into that. Reading that I was going to be divorced and I was never able to talk to my husband again. Okay, my ex-husband now. And I was taking him back and forth to have exploratory eye surgery, had glaucoma my entire marriage. So I finally am parsing some of this with these people. I couldn't understand why they were so upset. And his aunts, Mr. Magna Extraordinaire, or should I say Mussolini #2 up there, were chasing me around their Escalades, laughing and joking, making fun of me. And I couldn't understand why these women would be around again after last time they threw me out of their fancy pool party because my bathing suit wasn't high-end enough. Why they would care about my little two family that my ex-husband didn't care about. It was our rental. It was a rental. We stayed living there because we had the lake property. 2 mortgages, $80,000, paid them off. Brand new car, walked into a dealership, brand new car. Okay, I grew up on this. I thought I could I'll go to my 40th reunion and say, gee, hold my head up that, some of us, we work hard and we can do the same. Oh no, not to these guys. So every step of the way, they had to throw me around the city, steal my stuff, and they're still stealing it. This Mr. Flanagan over here, I don't know, he might be related to my ex-husband. Who knows who's related, because I find out some of these people are cops that lied, his cousins. Hey, Mr. Cuddy, how does it feel to steal my brand new car? Okay, that was the latest police officer. He thought he was funny too, because I'm married to their cousin. And from Fort Johnson, my ex-husband knew all about me, and we can get into more of that. But we'll cover some fascist techniques, because this is the thing with this group. We have low crime in Amsterdam. These men don't have a lot to do. We don't have weather patterns. Real men are down in Texas, rescuing 65 children, while these guys sit up here throwing me around the city like garbage and telling me I don't have a right to my home. Yeah, working 20 years on a little 2 family so I would be safe in my old age and at least have an air conditioning, a running car, because I had to commute all the way from Amsterdam all the way to Albany because they thought it was funny not to give me a job locally. And I put up with it. And I got better and I did better and I made looking for a job a professional job. And I did well. with the little bit that the college education, the only help I got, and I paid back my student loans. So these men, their grandfathers and their fathers have sat around for over 40 years plotting and scheming. I thought, how could these people possibly care? They're living in $1 million homes, wealthy, healthy children. All these, my ex-husband's friends are all grown up now. I never saw them because they had to be so rotten and not visit. And then my ex-husband blamed me, oh, you know, you're keeping my friends away, which was a total lie. I asked about these people all the time. He was seeing them behind my back, but it was a joke. I had the mayor, because his wife is sister to one of my ex-husband's best friends, on the Ped Bridge talking about mock marriages. Yes, there's mock marriages. Can you imagine getting married in the Catholic Church and taking it all so serious and having people laugh and joke while you're homeless sitting on the Ped Bridge? The mayor. And these are the types of mayors we get in Amsterdam, and the type of police chiefs we get, because they don't even have enough health insurance. They have petitioned to even higher level health insurance and more money and more benefits and more. And I'm like, how could they possibly have this hostility and hatred towards someone who did absolutely nothing? They lure me to another party and I tell them how great, how wonderful. All the kids are healthy, everybody's grown up, got good jobs, families, big lake house. They move in next door and plot and scheme to have me thrown out of there in a wet bathing suit. I have to change in front of these men with my dog, holding my dog. They threw a few of my clothes on the deck and threw me out. And I'm like, how could this go on? And then I'm reading about the MAGA movement, because all they ever did was say, oh, Trump is going to take you out, and Trump this and Trump that. I'm like, I'm not even political, because my godmother's a Jehovah's Witness and I grew up with hearing it's Armageddon and you can't be political. And I'm ashamed that I don't vote. But it's just going on for so long that I just was not political. I didn't want to get involved with law enforcement. I had nothing to do with them. I think I told you the story when I came to Albany, they were involved. So here we are again. They have to whip up all this hatred, whip up all this hostility with every single person in Amsterdam, all the way back to when I was 5 years old. Cover up for these people. So now I'm starting to learn. These men are so threatened that a woman like me could have a little home and a working car and a job that I love, because our generation was told, if you liked your work, you know, you're going to have to work till you collapse anyway with these 401ks. We know what a scam they are. So yes, I liked what I did. I had a small home-based business they made fun of. I had a job that I could do. Communications professionals are in demand. I thought I could work till I fall. Till I collapse. My home, I put every dollar. I just spent $50 at Target getting groceries. Thank you, Target. And that's what I've spent for the last 20 years. That's all I bought, except for a few clothes for work. Everything else went into the property because I knew what it was like to move every year. While these guys lived in the same home all their life. My ex-husband lived right up until we got married in the same home his whole life. Had all the toys you can imagine, the boats, the snow machines, brand new, a Harley Davidson, yes, you know, and then starts binge watching these gangs and all this hate towards women that I didn't know behind my back. They were all getting together at the gym. They were all getting together behind my back to talk about, you know, this hatred towards somebody like me that grew up with nothing, worked extremely hard, 3 jobs, took care of his family, did all this stuff with no help from my family, because I don't have blonde hair, you know? And then I find out that this is all some sort of like hatred because women like me actually might participate in the American dream. Yeah, because we have a little 2 family. There's low crime. There's not a lot going on. But these guys ride around in their big silver sedans and their sports cars looking to throw someone like me around the city and whip up all these frenzy with all these men and make me an example after sexually assaulting me. And then they laugh in my face saying, oh, they're the police chiefs. Nothing you're going to do now, Rhonda. No, you have nothing left. Go walk the streets and be a prostitute. So if you get a chance, check out that video. It talks about the mental health issues that these men have from growing up with so much affluence. They have nothing better to do with their time than to sit around and make someone's life, mine, an absolute hell now. That I can't sit up on the lake, even in a room in a garage, and sit by the launch and take a little swim. After I let all these people use my beach, I had beautiful sand on my beach, paid for the road, paid for the beach. These people trashed my beach, threw me out of my lake home, and continue this kind of harassment. So yeah, we will get into more of the mental health issues of these men that have nothing better to do with their time. Be safe, guys.